You've entered the Houston Running Zone, the ultimate podcast for runners in the Houston area, featuring the everyday runners who inspire us, clubs, gear, races, and runcations. Houston, we've got the runs.
All right, today in the zone, I have a Houston area trail runner, an ultra runner, here to talk about races, runcations, being awesome, the awesome Lisa Decker. Lisa, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I want to get right into it. We have a lot to cover, but I actually forgot to ask, how many ultras have you done?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I think 100 milers. I'm maybe around 9 or 10 now. I've done 100K. I've done two 50 milers and a couple of 50Ks, but I'd have to go back and count. I'm not quite sure how many so far.
Okay. So you don't know how many ultras you run. Okay. I get that. Cause so many people, after they've run so many, half marathons, obviously there's a difference there.
Yeah.
But you don't even know how many 100 milers you've done. That's awesome.
I'll have to go count my buckles.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you about, the different ones you like, but the big thing is a lot of people like us, we still work, we have other things going on. How are you making it time to train, especially for 100 milers? I mean, that's awesome because, we have jobs and lives.
Well, before my plan, was kind of just wing it and hope I finish.
Nice.
This year, in June, I did hire a running coach who's a really good friend of mine, Tommy Gulch. And, so he works with my work schedule. I send him my work schedule for the 3 weeks or a month because my schedule changes. I'm a pharmacy tech. It changes weekly. Sometimes I work weekends. Sometimes I have today is Tuesday. I have a random Tuesday off. Yeah. So he'll work with me and do my workouts based on my work schedule. So that's helped me a lot to get into a better routine than what I've normally done, where just sign up for a race and hope I finish.
You know what? I think run coaching or any coaching is great because, you think about it, some of the highest paid athletes still have coaches. You figured they know what to do, and we're totally clueless. I like your idea, wing it. But okay, so run coaches, we'll give them a shout out. Find a run coach or find a run program, online, find something because I think I don't want us to get injured, which is pretty cool.
To stay accountable too.
Accountability. Well, that's a good segue because Houston area trail runners, I noticed you guys did the Trot Cup and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You guys travel together. Like run coaching, what kind of accountability do you feel? Because you guys go out every Saturday or as often as possible together.
They're kind of hard for me to get to, but they do a run out at Memorial Park Trails every Saturday. Sometimes we go to Huntsville State Park.
Nice.
Lake Houston Wilderness Park, which is close to me, so it's easier for me to get to. There's actually a race there this coming weekend. Unfortunately, I'm working, but so a lot of them are going to do that one, Piney Woods. So that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah, cool. I mean, do you find it? I mean, were they friends before and then you guys decided to do the club, or were you decided to join the club? Now they're awesome friends. You guys go on vacation together. How did that all work out?
We all, met through different trail races. Usually the trail racing over Texas races we've met. Rob was actually the one who started Haters, the Houston area trail runners. And then we just became friends. With the traveling, it actually started in 2020 with the pandemic. Before it started, we registered for a race out in Washington State called the Volcanic 50. It's on Mount St. Helens. And of course, it was canceled. So we were like, well, let's just go out and go trail running every day and just have fun and enjoy. We went out for 8 days, I think. And the group that went we all have such different personalities, but when we all got together, it just worked and we had fun and we did our own thing. And now we went back again last year. We've gone up to Illinois. We've traveled around Texas. So we have a good time.
Yeah, I like your energy. Yeah, it's 50K around an active volcano. No big deal. Yeah.
No big
It's totally
deal.
fun. Yeah. So, yeah, we've talked, getting the schedule in, but how did you originally start running? Was it something you always wanted to do, something you've always done, or just you saw photos of cool trails?
No, it actually, started like with a lot of people for health and wellness. I've always had issues with my weight. So when I kind of stopped doing sports, I played sports my whole life. Soccer, volleyball, swimming, all that stuff. And so as an adult, I was like, I still need something. I don't like going to the gym all the time. So I started doing like 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons. And I think for trail running, it started with Team RWB. I had seen them at some races and joined them, thinking it's an amazing organization, and had some girls that were like, hey, there's this relay coming up at a trail race called Habanero 100. And they're like, we just need 5 people to be on this relay. It's 100K. And they were like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I kind of got voluntold. I was on this relay and I fell in love. It was a brutal race. There was only 100-mile finisher, but the relay, we had fun. We got it done. So that's kind of how I got into trail running.
Well, we want to ask people that don't know trail racing over Texas. We don't want to scare them, but that is like literally the hardest race that he puts on as far as heat, I'd imagine.
Yes.
I haven't done it. So you can kind of tell us about that race, because it's, and that was the first year that only one finisher was there. Is that correct?
Yes. And ever since then, it's been at a different location, because the Bucher State Park was the original location. And they've had fires. I think was an active fire close by, not just last week. So now it's at 7IL with the sand and the no shade. I did the 50K last year. Pretty much I did a 10K loop, took a break, hydrated, did a 10K loop, took a break, and did that until I finished. And it starts at noon. So you go through all day and then you get into the night. You just pretty much try to survive the heat and the sun until nighttime. And then you get the humidity, but at least there's no sun, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, easy. So well, obviously trail racing in Texas, and there's a lot of good race companies out there, but what they do is just insane. Like if you could give it's non-sponsored here, but you give a shout out to Trot, like what makes their races awesome, or any race that you kind of look forward to, because people understand, like normally it's not this cool.
It's just like a family. The community is what makes it. You show up, and everybody's just so welcoming. They ask what I volunteer a lot. I've done packet pickup. I ask everybody, what distance are you doing? And they'll be like, oh, I'm just doing the 5K. And I'm like, don't say just. You're coming out, you're doing the 5K. That's amazing. Yeah. People will come out and say, I'm doing the 100-miler. I'm like, that's amazing. You're going to kill it. It's just, everybody's amazing. I love just being out in nature, going camping. You get to hang out and camp with people all weekend long. So that's why I love going to the trail races. I mean, yeah, the races are fun too, but I love the community aspect of everything.
Yeah, I love his volunteer program. Their volunteer program, excuse me.
Oh yeah.
That, they give you incentives and things like that. And I'd imagine that's how I started. Is I volunteered for a half marathon. I go, oh, okay, there's slow people too, like me. Okay, I can do this. And it started from there. Now, is Rob? So is he kind of transitioning out 100%, or do you know?
I think it's still more like 50-50, but okay. So he's still there full time through the spring. And then Cal will take over. They'll have less races. So they'll have 4 races in the fall and 4 races in the spring. And Cal will be doing that. I mean, Rob's like, I love race directing, but I want to be out on the trails too. So I get that. He wants to spend more time with family and be out on the trails. So that's awesome. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I'm good that it's a slow transition, not I'm just going to sell it.
With Cal the next year too, kind of being like shadowing him to kind of, transition everything smoothly with him as well.
Yeah. Which is great because they're going to continue that amazing culture or whatever you want to call it. Cult. I like it. I love it. Okay. So you've done 100 miles. Have you done any 100 milers with trot or is it all through a snowdrop?
So snowdrop, I've done, 5 years in a row. I didn't get 100 this year just because the heat killed me.
Yeah.
I've done and then the rest of the hundreds have been with trot with Jackalope Jam, which is coming up next month.
Okay. So 100 hours. Why not?
Why not?
Okay. Well, I wanted to tie 100 milers or 100 hours, but so the 100 miler was Snowdrop just say, hey, a lot of trot people do it. Obviously, Rob used to run it in the past and put together awesome relays for it. How did you get involved in Snowdrop, or was it just hey, it's another race, or was there some sort of connection there?
It actually start with Rob. 2015 was when I did my first race with him and at his race, and he had reached out when they used to allow pacers for Snowdrop. He had reached out looking for pacers, and I'm like, I don't really know what a pacer is, but I'll come out. I've heard of this race. It looks amazing. And then it isn't until you actually go and experience Snowdrop. Before I was like, oh, it's 100 or it's a 55-hour race. People do 100 miles. That's cool. But then you get to see the signs of the kids, hear the stories of all the cancer survivors and the angels. And it's like, oh, heartbreaking. But so once you get to the race and experience it, that was when I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then the next year I crewed my friend and I paced a lot of people. I paced about 50 miles that year. Ooh. And so I did 50 miles and I didn't even get to start pacing until 24 hours in. So I was like, if I could do that, I could do 100 miles out here. So the next year, I signed up and I did it.
Yeah. And for Snowdrop, of course, it's because of the course is a lot smaller for pacers. So they're trying to be mean, of course. they do awesome. Yeah, and another thing, come and volunteer at Snowdrop. It's 55 hours. You can fit in a couple hours in that time frame. So I mean, you're out there and you keep doing it. And obviously this year was ridiculously hot. I was at home on the 31st because I was doing a relay, of course, because I learned my lesson the first year. But I remember looking at the heat index and it was 85.
Yes, it was horrible. And a lot of people who weren't used to it, like we didn't have time to really even train for the heat to get acclimated to it. It was just like, hey, it's hot today and suck it up and try to do what you can. I ended up with about 71 miles, I think. Okay. Which is still pretty good, I think.
You are in the Houston running zone. We've got the runs.
There's probably a time where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to make it. But you didn't stop at that time. You kept going. What was the reasoning behind it? Was it, help your friends or just to be part of it? Because a lot of times that's going to happen to people is they're going to, they know they're going to DNF for lack of a better term. I hate that term, but.
Yeah, it's the whole experience. Like I love that race, just the whole, it's a social race, I guess you can say. So I would grab some friends. I'm like, hey, let's go out for a couple of loops. Even though I wasn't feeling it. The last day is always my favorite because either people have already finished and they're just out there getting some bonus loops in, or they're really close to 100 and they're trying to get there. And I'm like, I want to see them succeed. That's one of my favorite parts. I love to see other people succeed and finish and get where they want to be almost more than myself. So
that's awesome.
That's why I like to be out there.
Yeah. Well, you were there till whatever, 2 p.m. So.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That is actually my favorite day. It's all spaced out. Everyone gets their individual attention. Obviously there's a little bit of fireball. What's up with the fireball? Is that a trail runner thing? I didn't realize how big that was until I started getting memes and infographics about fireball and trail racing. I thought it was just a couple people. What is up with that?
I don't know. I don't think I even had fireball until my first experience at Snowdrop. in 2015. It was probably Vicky Villarreal who gave me my first fireball shot. I don't know. And now everybody associates it with me. The only time I have fireball is at Snowdrop and Jackalope Jam. I have half a bladder full of fireball from a box from 2019 in my freezer. Like it just, I don't know. It's
the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I like it because it tells people we're not qualifying for the Olympics here, people. It's okay to enjoy and have fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm slow. I know that. I'm never going to be a fast runner ever. So I'm gonna have fun and I'm gonna enjoy this while I can.
Well, that's a good point. So I'm in the same boat. Middle to back half. That's where the party is, and a lot of people, that's where they start, and I just never progressed, so I'm totally fine with it. For people that are just starting out, like, what's the mindset so people know that it's not just for a bunch of, shirtless dudes that are running 5-minute clip in 5 minutes, like, what's the mindset there to, like, is it, go to a trot race because everybody's super inclusive, or is it, do a relay for snowdrive? Like, where would you tell people to start if they're just starting off, whether it's a trail race or road race, any race?
Well, I would say to start with their mindset first. A lot of people, when they hear me say, oh, I've done anywhere from 5K to 100 miles, they're like, oh, I can never run that far. And I'm like, one, just start one step at a time, and you don't have to run the whole time. People think they have to run the whole entire thing. And I'm like, do you know how much I walk? Honestly, I don't like running. I'm working my way back up to it, but I walk majority of my races. I've gotten a lot faster with walking, but I think that's where you need to start. Just kind of get out of your head that you have to run the whole thing. You have to maintain a certain pace. Just start. Just go out and walk to your mailbox to the end of your street, and then eventually go around the block and then find a little route in your neighborhood. But I think if you want to do a race, I always look at cutoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I did a lot of road half marathons, and the sag wagon would be behind me a lot of times. And that always gave me anxiety and stress. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get pulled. With trail races, there's usually always a longer distance. Like my first 50K, there was a 100-miler at the same time. So I basically had the same amount of time as the 100-milers to do a 50K. So that always gave me less stress. I took a lot of breaks. It was for my 30th birthday. So I was like, okay, after this loop, I'm going to have a beer and a cupcake and then take a break and then go out on another loop. Like it's just take your time and have fun with it.
Okay. So find one with the long cutoff because there's a higher, a longer distance or longer time frame.
Or do a race with a relay. That way you do your leg and then you have a nice long break until you get to go again. That's always fun too. I like relays.
Yeah, maybe we'll put together a couple more snowdrop relays for snowdrop. Trot needs to do another one, or do a hater one, or
yeah,
or encourage others, because at the same time you can't do a run and do relay. Jeremy Hansen needs to get back out there.
Yes, he does. Trying.
He pulled a Keith. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to do 100, but I'll participate. So it was good. So he needs to be out there. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. I love Jeremy.
Okay, so easy, pick a longer distance. Any other, for some people who are just starting out, I mean, you said, was your first distance a 5K, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. And it was like one of those fun, like, color run things where they throw that colored powder at you while you're running around downtown Houston. I think that was my first official 5K. And then I did a more serious one here in Kingwood. Okay,
cool. Well, let's give a couple more shots. So we got trot race, we got snowdrop or snowdrop relay. If you don't want to do 100, there's color runs or blah, blah. What other race would you recommend, or any race team that you recommend that put on some good races?
Blaze Trails. They're also local here to Texas. They're taking over a lot of the trot races.
Okay.
And Ann and Chris, the race directors, they're amazing. So I definitely this year will be looking into more of their races. They have they're kind of more Dallas central. So they have some kind of near and in Oklahoma. The race that I just did this last weekend, Running the Rose, they're taking over that one. So I look forward to how they interpret some of the trot races. It'll be fun.
And you just did Running Rose a couple days ago, right? Okay. So did that make up for the hot snowdrop? You got a nice cool breeze for you?
Yeah, I think it was like 22 degrees when we started. But once, like within the first mile, I was already sweating and warmed up. So that definitely made up for the scorcher we had a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was nuts. Hats off to anybody that was running the solo on that one. Oh, well, yeah, this has been awesome. I'll definitely have you back on. And, you should hang out with us at you're probably working at the Houston Marathon. We always do the last aid station on that one.
I was working. So I was kind of following along while I was at work. But yeah, I was working, unfortunately.
I chased Christina. She was doing the full. I was chasing her with a Fireball individual shot. I was like making her drink it.
Yeah, I saw her picture. She had a picture with the Fireball after that.
Oh, really? Okay. Better. All right. Well, before I let you go, I got 3 more questions. Call it the lightning round. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. What is your favorite after race food?
Ooh, tacos. I love going to Torchy's.
Ooh, okay. Now we're off on a tangent here. What's your favorite taco there?
Ooh, so there's one on the secret menu that they have in December called Naughty Santa. But you could actually get it year round. It's on the secret menu. And then I always have like my Dos Equis with salt and lime.
Okay, so I'm such a dork here. I didn't know there was a secret menu. So do you Google that, or you just know somebody? You got to say a code word
there. I think if you have Torchy's has an app now. So if you get on the app, they have the secret menu on the app as well.
Oh, okay. All right. I got a new phone. So there we go. All right, cool. Question number 2, beer or wine?
Beer, for sure.
Depends on the day, depends on the season. Any type of favorite?
I really like IPAs. Those are kind of like my go-to. I like the juicy IPAs now. I think are kind of my go-to.
Oh, that's right. I did see you with the San Arnold Juicy, and the fact that I knew it was a San Arnold Juicy even in your hand is creepy. Yeah, that one is super juicy. It's not just hazy. It is freaking, it's an explosion. Yeah. I love it.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Why are we recording it? We should be recording this at 5 so we can be drinking. Well, you can. You're off today. But
hey.
All right. Well, question number 3. What is your dream race?
Ooh. So it's not really a race, but I've seen people do these over in Europe. I think the one that's more popular is Camino de Santiago.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of those pilgrimage kind of journey things you do, like however many miles you want a day. A lot of people do like about a, half marathon to like 50K a day. You stay at hostels, you eat all the local food, and you meet up with people along the way. I kind of like the whole journey race thing. I think that'd be fun. But in the States, if I ever got in enough shape, the Triple Crown of 200s would always kind of be a dream of mine.
Oh, they're crazy. It's like a next level. I love it.
But they're so pretty.
Yeah, well, tell everyone, what the Triple Crown is.
So there's these 3 200-mile races, and there's one in August, one in September, one in October. So the one in August, I think, is Bigfoot, which is up in Washington State, a 200-miler. And then the next month there's Tahoe, which obviously in California around Lake Tahoe. And then the last one is Moab, which is actually 240 miles. And then, so if you do all 3 consecutively, I think it's like within 8 weeks or something, you're in like a Triple Crown if you do all 3 of them in the same calendar year.
They should give you a crown for that, like a
they might
scepter. Well, one way to find out.
Yeah, I've had a couple of friends do it, and it just looks really, really cool. I mean, to I like the longer distance things and the multi-day. I don't know why I like them, but I do. So,
you know what, maybe it is it to get you kind of just away from work stress and just be out and about, or, you know, what
I
is
think
it?
so. I tell my boss all the time that I'm off for my therapy session for the weekend, that it's like therapy. Like if I hadn't found trail racing, who knows where I would be. So very happy that I did find it when I did. Yeah, it's therapy. I love being out on the trails around all the like-minded people, my tribe. It's fun.
Yeah. We'll talk about the next time, because I think it is more social than it is physical. It's just physical, just a byproduct, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
It's a side effect. Speaking of pharmacy term, right? There we go.
Right.
Well, that's awesome. You know what? You're an ultra runner. Let's do an ultra question, because, instead of 3, let's do 4. How about this one? If you could run with anybody, whether they're around or past, who would you run with?
Courtney Dauwalter. I feel like her and I could be best friends. I feel like she's an awesome ultra runner, elite runner. Not only does she win races, she like wins them overall. Like she beats all the boys, but then she like will sit down and have a beer and pancakes and bacon with you and just hang out. Like I would love to hang out with her.
All right, we should just tag her to death and, come on out.
Yes, come run with Lisa.
Especially at Snowdrop, because I could probably get you every 10 laps maybe. If I get a running start with a bike.
Right.
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely tag her in the episode notes as well. All right, well, before I let you go, any final words of wisdom or advice for people out there that are want to go out for a run?
Just do it. Come join me. I'm not fast. We'll go and do a couple of miles and then go get tacos and beer. Like, let's do it.
Nice. Yeah, we'll tag you on the Instagram, Facebook page as well. So there you go. Awesome. Lisa, thanks again. And we'll see you out there on the trails.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks for visiting the Houston Running Zone. If you know someone you'd like to be featured in the zone, go to thehoustonrunningzone.com and send us a message. Until next week, always remember, Houston, we've got the runs.